Hi, I'm Kristina Ainsworth, your Austin area realtor. I just wanted to talk today about some of the cultural things that exist in Austin or in Texas that don't exist other places. I moved from the West Coast, from Oregon, and I could not believe how welcoming and friendly people are. It was a shock, especially coming from a city like Portland where it rains and people are just trying to dash into the coffee shop to get their next espresso to make up for the lack of sunlight. Sunlight, yes, lots of sun down here. I think one thing that might surprise people when they come to Austin is there are cowboys here, like real ones. There are people who ride horses, who have ranches, who wear a cowboy. So you might see people driving around with real longhorn bull skulls on the front of their cars. You might see people driving pickup trucks, and out of their pickup truck, they are flying the Texas flag from the back. There is a spirit here in Texas that pervades. It's this pride. And I didn't quite always understand the pride until I read this book about the Comanche Indian tribe. These settlers were given land in this Indian territory, and they basically stuck their flag in the ground, built a fort, and said, look, we're here and we are not leaving. So that spirit from when Texas was first settled, it runs deep. It runs so deep, and it can kind of catch you off guard. With this deep pride comes a sense of community and communion. If there is a catastrophe of some kind, Hurricane Harvey, flash flooding, all residents, no matter political affiliation, will band together to overcome. This is something that is so unique about Texas. There's just this feeling of like, I'm going to help you. And it kind of goes along with the Texas hospitality. People are so friendly. They will not just say, hey, how are you doing? But actually have a conversation with you about your day or your life, or make a joke. They say deep in the heart of Texas, and that heart of Texas is very... What are some other crazy things? Well, no state income tax, that's a bonus. I also remember when I moved from Oregon, the economy here, whoa, I was just like, oh my gosh, like who turned the money on? There were just so many more available jobs. It was like in Oregon, you had to get a job and you had to keep that job because it might be the only job that you could get. Whereas coming to Texas, it feels like there is a lot more opportunity. There are a lot of industries here. There's something for everyone. And along the lines of there's something for everyone, in Austin, you can truly come and be who you are. It is such a welcoming, again, the economy here, whoa, I was just like, oh my gosh, like who turned the money on? There were just so many more available jobs. It was like in Oregon, you had to get a job and you had to keep that job because it might be the only job that you could get. Whereas coming to Texas, it feels like there is a lot more opportunity. There are a lot of industries here. There's something for everyone. And along the lines of there's something for everyone, in Austin, you can truly come and be who you are. It is such a welcoming, embracing city. There is a formality when you address people. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Teachers are called Miss Kelly or Miss Kristina. There is this formality of Miss and ma'am. And sometimes if you're called ma'am and you're from another state, you're like, don't call me ma'am. Why are you calling me ma'am? But you'll come to understand that this is just part of the culture. We say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And we say y'all. I do think Texas is one of the most unique places in America. It has a lot of history as far as it wanting to be an independent nation, the Alamo, the vast expanse of the whole state. The size of Texas is almost the same size as all of Europe. The weather here is bananas sometimes. There are crazy thunderstorms. There is flash flooding. It's kind of exciting.